Hi, this is Craig with Illusion Arts Magic, and I'm going to walk through a basic description of Okito's Bewildering Blocks. This is a smaller version. It's an 1.25" version. The blocks themselves have letters all over them. There are over 25 blocks here, and therefore there is ample opportunity, almost 100 letters that are displayed here. I will point out that there are several blocks in here that just carry the vowels. And also you'll notice a blank. So you could have someone select something less than 5 letters in the word that they chose, but I think 5 is a good number. I've done 6 letter versions as well as 7 letter versions. Frankly, the longer the words, I don't think really adds that much to the effect. I think the 5 works just fine. It just depends on your own preference and whether or not you have any language requirements that require, more letters. The effect, as Okito performed it, was a spontaneous effect, meaning that he did not do any pre-work to determine what the word might be. It was done spontaneously by going out into the audience, having an individual come on stage, or just remain seated in the front row, and having them choose an envelope, write the word, seal the word in the envelope, and then the envelope gets placed in this holder, and then the magician would select letters, usually holding it away from the audience, and would select letters and trying to discern the word. Close the box, turn the box around, open it up, and it would be gibberish. The letters would mean nothing. You would ask at that point, maybe even before you revealed, what is your word? They say it's puppy, and you open it up and it's gibberish, and they're like, and you say, well, that's actually Swahili for puppy. That's a good laugh line. You shake the box and do a magical pass, and when you reopen the box, the letters spell puppy. And to prove that they are solid and that there's no gimmick, you can actually pour the blocks out, individual blocks out on the table. So that's basically the effect. What I'm going to describe and show you next are the various methods. There are 2 pre-work methods and 1 spontaneous method you can use to determining the word. So this is the Bewildering Blocks by Okito. I'll walk through 2 methods of doing Bewildering Blocks based on the Okito effect. The first method, pretty straightforward. This would involve some pre-work. This is an impression pad. It's pretty standard. It uses a Sharpie that has a pin stuck in the end of it, and as you write it, it will leave an image on a magnetized sheet. So there's also an impression pad. You can do that. This obviously involves going out into the audience prior to the show beginning and asking an individual to think of in this case, a 5-letter word. This is a smaller version. These are 1.25" square blocks. And you have them take the first 2 sheets in case it bleeds through, and they can put it in their pocket. Obviously then you have the word, and then you can preset the blocks on the table so that you spelt that word facing up. And then as you're performing the effect, you would actually place the blocks facing up to spell the particular word. So keep in mind that it's not only facing up, but facing forward. So if the word started with R, you put the R at the top, place it here, and again, let's just say R-A, V, and let's just say E, and then the last will be an S, raves. Let's just say that's the word. You obviously have gibberish here. You can say, I think I got the word, and you release, you open it, and obviously it's gibberish, and you say, well, this is actually Swahili for raves. Maybe perhaps not, but the actual reveal then becomes that you've spelled it, and you can do some kind of magical pass. You can shake the box. Notice what I did here is that I moved the knob, which is magnetized, from this position as I look towards the audience, do a bit of a feint, and then reattach it at the top, the upper one, and then reveal the word. So that's one way of doing it. The reveal is similar. I've done it where I've been blindfolded, or I'm wearing a mask of some kind, or just a sheet over my head, and able to put the letters in, and of course it's gibberish, and then reveal through the use of a peak. So you need to have a face mask or a shield or a mask that has the ability for you to look down your nose and place the letters in the right position. If you're really good, I guess you could place the letters in a position where you know where they are, and you could actually be blindfolded, but that just seems to be more than you need to. So this is a pre-work method. There's another pre-work method that that you can do, and that would involve using a Himber wallet. You could introduce one of these. Inside of it, it has a piece of paper. You can have them write the word on the piece of paper and place it in the envelope. You can then seal it right in front of them. Again, you don't know what the word is. You place it inside the Himber wallet. And you say, oh, you know what? I have a better idea. Why don't you go ahead and sign this so we know that's your envelope, and they can sign it. And you can actually have them hold on to it during the performance. And then what I don't recommend is them to open it, obviously, because the word won't be here. You know what the word is because you've secreted it out in the Himber wallet, and then do the preset. But there is you want to take the envelope from them, rip it open, pull the card out, read the word because you know it. You're obviously not reading the word because there's nothing on this one. So that's just another way of doing some pre-work using a Himber wallet. The spontaneous version of this is very different. This is described in detail in the instructions. This is how Okito actually performed the effect. He would have a series of envelopes. I have about 9 of them here, and I'd have them freely select one. It's important to know that there are 2 envelopes on the bottom that are facing the other direction, and you'll see that, and you'll see why in a minute. Anyway, you have them select openly from the top one of these envelopes. They open it up, they pull the card out, they can write the word on it, and as they're writing the word, the secret move, it's not really a big move, is simply to flip it. And then when you open up the envelope, you have them stick that card into here. Now what's different about these 2, there's 2 at the bottom facing the other direction, so that when you flip it, it goes from here to here. You place this in the envelope, and then you seal it, and then you place it in the Hewlett right here, so everybody can see it. What's unique about this is that if you turn this around, you'll note that there is a vent in the back that's cut out so that you can actually see the word. Again, you won't show that side, but you'll place it here. Now, what's important though is all the cards inside the envelopes should have a piece of paper that has a very distinct place for them to write with inside the box. If they write up here or here, obviously the envelope will not display it. So you want to make it clear that by writing inside the box, it's really important that they do that. This can be done spontaneously. It does take a little more work because you haven't preset the blocks, but there are at least 4 blocks in here that have all the vowels on it. and then every other letter is at least 3 times on the blocks here. So you shouldn't have much difficulty just kind of looking at the blocks. You may want to prearrange them so your most common vowels are on one side, your consonants are on the other side, so that you can easily find the letter you're looking for. And again, be sure you're placing it in the box so it's facing up and facing forward in obviously the correct order. So this just, it opens itself to any number of routines. I've shown you 2 or 3 different ways, 2 pre-work and 1 spontaneous, but it's really a fantastic effect. It's not seen very often. I think to change the blocks, what's neat is at the end you can pour the blocks out to prove the blocks are solid. There's nothing phony about the blocks. It's only the box itself that facilitates the illusion by simply moving the knob from here to here and revealing. And then of course then you can pour out the blocks. So that's Bewildering Blocks based on the Aikido effect. Again, this is the smaller version. I'm recommending for stage that you use a 2-inch version, which would be blocks about that big with big bold letters.